we are going to discuss the Hatch and Slack cycle, the C4 cycle in this video. And you just have to keep your phones horizontal for that. It's a landscape explanation. Here, what you have to see, children, that the first thing that I mentioned here is mesophyll cells and bundle sheath cells, because till now you are pretty much clear by watching the previous videos that the Hatch and Slack cycle, that's the C4 cycle, is taking place between two different cells of leaf. One is mesophyll, which has chlorophyll and is green in color, and the other one is bundle sheath cells, those who have large number of chloroplasts but they do not contain grana. But you have to start with certain steps here. Your first step is fixation of CO2. Second step is actually transport bidirectional to and fro. And third step is decarboxylation. And fourth step is regeneration. So take care of these points while explaining things up, right? Now just let us make the flow chart for how things are occurring here. And you have to remember that I told you it doesn't matter it is C3 cycle or C4 cycle, the Calvin cycle ultimately has to take place. It's just that C4 cycle follows a longer route comparatively. So we are just going to discuss that longer route here, which is followed by C4 plants. Right, children? Here the first difference comes as the base molecule in C3 cycle, it was RUBP, which accepted the atmospheric CO2, but here it is PEP, right? So PEP, that is phosphoenol pyruvate. This phosphoenol pyruvate will be fixing atmospheric CO2. You can see the block here, and the enzyme which is working for this is actually the way you call Rubisco. Similarly, this is PEPCO. PEPCO is a PEP carboxylase, right? PEP carboxylase, you can write it here. Now this enzyme will be playing a crucial role in fixing the atmospheric CO2. And understand that mesophyll cells have the role of only loading the CO2 on it and transferring it towards the bundle sheath cells, right? So this is just the carrying of CO2 from one side to the other. So once the CO2 is fixed, and then this PEP, the phosphoenol pyruvate, this is also this one is PEP, it converts into malate. Now malate is a 4 carbon atom compound, right? PEP is a 3 carbon atom compound. After fixation of one molecule of CO2, it converts into malate. Malate is 4C. Also remember, children, that sometimes aspartate is also formed, but it's if it has to complete the cycle, aspartate is of no use. It has to go back and then it has to follow the track of malate only. So ultimately aspartate is not the considerable part of this cycle, right? So this malate, after being formed, it will go towards, you can see the arrow, transport heading is important here, and this malate goes towards the other side, and then here also you will write malate, and here also it is a 4 carbon atom only, but then you see that decarboxylation is the process. You call it unloading of CO2. That means this malate carried CO2 from mesophyll side and it got it unloaded towards the bundle sheath side. This CO2 is unloaded, so that means after decarboxylation the CO2 which was unloaded is going to perform Calvin cycle. This CO2 will be fixed in Calvin cycle. So the whole route that we have drawn here is a longer route which is followed by C4 plants. Once the CO2 is unloaded, children, in that case again the C3 compound should be formed, and that C3 compound here is pyruvic acid or pyruvate. This pyruvic acid comes back, and then again I should rather use this arrow here, right? See, I'm not using this arrow. Hold on. So this arrow, pyruvic acid comes back and gets regenerated in the form of PEP, that is phosphoenol pyruvate. So understand that again I am letting you know all the details. Mesophyll cell and bundle sheath cells, these two are the important sites of Hatch-and-Slack cycle. Here ultimately CO2 is fixed in Calvin cycle only, but the longer route is to be explained because it is followed by C4 plants. Here the main molecule, the C3 carbon atom compound, is PEP, phosphoenol pyruvate. It it actually gets the atmospheric carbon dioxide fixed by the help of PEP carboxylase, and then malate is formed, which is a 4 carbon atom compound. Malate goes towards the bundle sheath side. This is known as transport, and then this malate unloads CO2, and this free CO2 is used in Calvin cycle. And once he got out of these 4 carbon atoms, so again this is a 3 carbon atom compound, pyruvic acid. This pyruvic acid comes back to the mesophyll cell and helps in regeneration of phosphoenol pyruvate by consuming ATP, and then this phosphoenol pyruvate with the help of PEP carboxylase again follows the same cycle, right? This is Hatch-and-Slack cycle. All the main details are there. I mean, this cycle is given in your book too, and very important for the examination purpose. So practice them and practice how to draw this cycle for your exam purpose.